In Celtic mythology, the Each Uisce or Each Uisce is a spiteful, shape-shifting water horse known to haunt the shores of sea lochs, large inland lakes, and sometimes even docks.
Did you say horse or horse?
Horse.
Okay.
Nay.
Right, immediately just lost.
All interest, Dylan's like...
No, not lost interest, I meant lost attention, sorry, whatever.
Great. The Each Uisce... The Each Uisce, sorry, what did I say before each? Because it's spelled E-A-C-H and I keep messing it up. Can I go again? Let me just start from the start.
Yeah, just start.
But what did I say each when I said that? Let's just start from the start. In Celtic mythology, the Each Uisce or Uisce is a spiteful, shape-shifting water horse known to haunt the shores of sea lochs, large inland lakes, and sometimes even docks. It's the Each Uisce for Ireland and the Each Uisce for Scotland. That's where it's most prominent.
In Scotland?
What?
You said Scotland?
Yeah. Scotland.
Yeah, I asked, and you were like, "What?"
Because I just said it's in Ireland. It's the Each. No, in Ireland it's the Each Uisce.
Yeah.
In Scotland it's the Each Uisce. There's a slight difference.
Uisce.
Yeah. So Uisce.
Mickey Mouse.
It both mean water, but water in different languages. So Uisce Irish Uisce.
Yeah.
Uisce Uisce.
Mickey Mouse.
Scotland.
Uisce, Mickey Mouse.
Because you were actually confusing me with that. And every time
you are generally confused, though, to be honest.
That's actually true.
Yeah, you just live in a state of confusion.
People do ask me, like, I'm a little, like... One time someone was, like, giving a demonstration, and was like, any questions? And everyone was silent. She's like, well, Melissa looks confused. And I was just, like, standing there.
That's crazy.
That's just my face.
This is just how I am.
It's like, I actually understood it completely.
I understand you.
I understand everything.
I'm confused at how much I understand.
What was
Mel, I'm like Googling this just to get like an image. Why is there like 4E shit going on?
That's nothing to do with me, Dylan.
Look at the shit that's going on.
Oh, actually, it is said to sometimes transform into a handsome... It's either a handsome man or an inviting horse. We'll get into that.
Horse.
We'll get into that a little more. Right. Yeah,
we'll jump into the bestiality later.
No, we won't.
Well, that's what it sounded like.
No, we won't.
Right.
Okay, so for this, I'm just gonna go with the Irish one.
Yeah,
I've already mentioned that there is a Scottish one. So the Each Uisce is said to be a deceptive predator with a knack for disguising itself. It usually takes the form of a sleek horse that seems to almost invite riders.
Like a pedo with a trench coat.
I'm not saying anything to that. At times, it can appear as an attractive young man, or... So, okay, these two things, you know, horse that invites you, attractive young man, what do you think its third form could be?
Water.
Just a puddle?
Just turn into a puddle.
Or
sponge.
It's the opposite of a puddle. Or even... a giant board. It can also turn into a giant board. And in brackets I've written a big board, if you will.
A big board, if you will. Like Sesame Street.
Yes, Dylan.
My god, and Sesame Street. Some people find him attractive. Have you ever heard that?
No, I haven't.
I've seen many TikToks.
This is the first I've ever heard of that.
Many TikToks.
That's
on the,
for you page.
Yeah, whatever.
What I think I was... Yeah. So maybe the Each Uisce is... the big board.
It's big board. That's why, yeah. Big board.
Because
he's a board.
Yeah. That's a theory for another time. The only giveaway when it's in its human disguise is seaweed tangled in its hair. So if you ever see someone seaweed tangled in its hair...
Okay.
Could be an Eich Uisce.
What do you reckon, Chance? Chance is here. But he's being a little weird.
The creature is most active in the month of November.
Yeah.
Especially around Samhain. The festival of Samhain... So I'm just going to say a little bit what Samhain is for the people who don't know. The festival of Samhain marked the end of the Celtic year and the beginning of the new one, and as such can be seen as the equivalent of New Year's Eve. Mm-hmm. The Celts believed that night preceded day, so the festivities took place on the eve of Samhain. This festival was the most important of the 4 Celtic festivals. Samhain was a crucial time of year. This festival is the most important of the 4 Celtic festivals. Samhain was a crucial time of year, loaded with symbolic significance for the pre-Christian Ireland. He's right next to me.
Why are you going on like he's a fucking velociraptor?
Because he was right in my face.
Fucking pet him. Look at him. He's a good boy, aren't you, Chance? Chance is the best boy on this podcast. He's the best boy on this podcast, aren't you, Chance? That's why people tune in every week. I think.
He's inviting me to pet him right now.
Alright, let's keep going. We're getting off track.
The decline in the strength of the sun at this time of year was a source of anxiety for early man, and the lighting of the winter fires here at the festival symbolised man's attempt, a lot of this says man's, but there were women, man's attempt to assist the sun on its journey across the skies. Fire is the earthly counterpart of the sun and is a powerful and appropriate symbol to express man's helplessness in the face of the overwhelming sense of the decay of nature as the winter sets in. It was believed that then the sun had descended into the realm of the underworld. The forces of the underworld were in the ascendancy. The lord of the underworld, unfettered from the control of the sun, now walked the earth, and with him travelled all those other creatures from the abode of the dead. Ghosts, fairies, and a host of other nondescript creatures went with him. The lord of the dead in Celtic mythology can be identified as Dawn with 2 N's.
Yeah, I've seen that, yeah, Dawn. Dawn.
If the Each Uisce is on land and away from water, it can be ridden safely. But
that's crazy.
Just in case you wanted to. But if the water sees or even smells the water, its skin will turn adhesive, trapping the rider.
That's crazy.
Then with terrifying speed, it runs into the closest body of water, taking its victim with it beneath the surface. There, it drowns and eats them, leaving only their liver behind.
Well, the Irish, are bad for drink, so I suppose the liver wouldn't be that good anyway. The liver's not that great anyway. I'm not having it.
It's like pufferfish. Is a pufferfish? You can't eat a certain part of it because it's completely poison. Yeah, okay.
So
it's like the opposite of a pufferfish.
It's the opposite of a pufferfish. You can eat everything.
If you eat the liver, that's how you defeat an Each Uisce.
Yeah, give him feeding. That's just liver, Irish liver pate.
If it smells the ocean. What if I have a Yankee candle?
It just blows up.
Okay.
He just blows up. He's
he gets so confused.
His brain is like, what's happening?
Okay.
He gets confused like you do. My God.
When I smell a Yankee candle.
Yeah, you get confused.
Yeah, so I explode.
That's you. It's not asthma. You're an Eich Uisce.
I'm an Eich Uisce. I'm a handsome man with seaweed in my hair.
You're a handsome man. Let's keep going.
Aww. Stories about the Eich Uisce are scattered through Irish, Scottish and Welsh tradition. In some tales, it preys on livestock, dragging cattle into the depths. In Shetland, there is a variant known as the shapeshifting. The shapeshifting. Yep. Okay. Just so you know. The creature's hunting method is consistent. Entice or seduce, lure to water, kill, consume.
How does it entice
by
cattle? Ride me.
Whoa, I actually don't know.
Yeah, think about it because.
Well, no, I think this is like.
I suppose you could herd them. You could snatch them, and then just fuck off. Horses are quite strong.
Entice, it could just be like.
Yeah, come here, little guy.
Make some moon. I don't know. I actually don't know. Maybe that's where the big board comes into play.
What it is? Free V-Buck scams. That's what gets them.
Plays jazz.
That's what
cows love jazz.
Cows love jazz.
It plays jazz.
They produce more milk.
I didn't know that.
They did a research.
I saw the field where like the cows are running out of the car playing jazz.
They do. They did a yoke, and it's like I think they produce like the least milk for. I think it's for. Symphony music. They produce the least milk, and then the most milk I think is either punk or
jazz.
I don't know.
It's nuts.
Yeah.
One Irish legend recounts that Saint.
Mel's not good at names. It's probably just like Leonard or something.
No, it's F.E. Father.
Faye. I don't know. I'm making it up. I learnt my Irish from needing to go to Jack's.
One Irish legend recounts that Saint Fechin of Four compelled an Eich Uisce one time to pull his chariot after his own horse had passed away. Most stories end less well for any humans involved. In Aberdeldy, Tayside, there is a cautionary tale that warns of a pretty pony that approached a group of young girls. When they mounted its back, the horse's body contorted and stretched to fit them all. It ran amongst the rocks and would not let them down. Only their livers were found floating on the loch. Other accounts feature a handsome stranger luring a young woman by the water, only to be stabbed to death by her suspicious brother. This one, I like, for a second was like...
Suspicious?
No, I was like, oh... So wasn't it? So like, oh, the...
I thought it was just a bloke trying to flirt with his sister.
That's what I... No.
Bare shanked?
No, yeah. I thought you were saying he was the brother was trying to flirt with his own sister.
No.
Yeah, no.
The brother was.
That's
like,
what I was like, oh, is this like an origin story, like the Each Uisce? This is how he began. I was like, why? It was just a guy getting stabbed. This has nothing to do with anything. Yeah. But then I remember, like, so maybe it was a handsome Each Uisce.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Who knows why seaweed men do what they do? Do you reckon I'd piss him off if I was just like a seaweed man?
But he's a seaweed man.
Exactly.
In one revenge tale from the Isle of Uisce, a blacksmith and his son captured the beast with iron hooks after it killed the smith's daughter. To bait it, they roasted a sheep and then they held it fast until morning before slaying it with heated metal. All that remained was a dark puddle on the shore.
Shit. So he inked himself?
No, I think that was just him.
Oh, I thought it was like a defense mechanism.
He pissed himself.
He shot himself. I wouldn't.
No, all that remained of him was the puddle. So he just like.
We use iron a lot in a lot of the art. It's like your silver, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know.
We use iron for.
We do use it a lot.
Yeah.
The Each Uisce is a folkloric warning to be wary of strange horses near the water's edge. I don't know why we need to be wary of them.
I think I would be wary of any horse that I didn't know. If you're walking up the horses, like you're asking yourself to be fucking kicked in the face. It's like, worst case scenario, it's an Each Uisce. Best case scenario, you get boo.
You die.
You get boo. Either way, there's no.
Yeah, so maybe you should be wary of horses
just
near
don't
any
go near strange
places.
Animals.
For the people of Scottish Highlands and Irish coasts, these stories serve to keep children and adults from wandering too close to treacherous waters. Do you remember that video?
No.
Don't.
You haven't given me any. Do you remember that video?
Yeah, second I hear treacherous waters, treacherous.
Oh, don't go on unnecessary journeys. Yeah, and the edit is
treacherous routes. I thought she actually did get hit.
She gets edited.
She's iconic.
It's great, and it's just like a slight ghost to win, isn't it?
Don't go on unnecessary journeys. The Each Uisce is a reminder that the most dangerous predators are not always the ones that roar, but the ones that smile and beckon you closer. The name Each Uisce.
Yeah. How are you fucking forgetting it?
No, because I wrote down the Scottish one and I was gonna. Yeah. The name Each Uisce translates literally to water horse. From Each, horse, and Uisce, water. The word Uisce is the same as in Uisce Beithe, water of life, the Gaelic term for whiskey.
Shit.
In Irish oral tradition, the term was sometimes anglicised as Uisce or Uisce, and in Shetland dialect, the related creature is called a shupilti. I already mentioned that. Linguistically, I'm having like horrible luck with words today. Linguistically, the name is simple and descriptive, but in folklore it carries layers of menace. The idea of a creature that is beautiful, familiar, and completely lethal. The Eich Uisce shares traits with waterhorse myths across the Celtic world, including the Welsh Afanc and the Manx Cabal Uisce. Some folklorists suggest that the legend could stem from practical warnings about dangerous waters, disguised in a story memorable enough to keep children away from lochs and sea inlets. Others see echoes of older pagan water deities, later demonized into monstrous form. Its human and animal shapeshifting parallels the Norse Njörkur, I might be saying that wrong, and Icelandic Nokur, hinting at cross-cultural seafaring influence. It's spelled N, the O with the slash in it, KKUR.
Yeah, I don't know.
While belief in the Eich Uisce has waned, occasional sightings or strange events near Scottish lochs are still tied to the legend and local storytelling. Reports have included isolated pony tracks leading into the water with no return prints, livestock disappearances near remote loch shores, dark horse-like shapes moving under the water surface on calm days. These modern tales often emerge from the Hebrides, Skye and the Scottish mainland's west coast, regions where oral tradition is still strong. The Each Uisce also surfaces in modern fiction and games. It appears in fantasy novels drawing on Celtic myth, role-playing bestiaries, and occasionally in urban fantasy romance. In Scottish tourism and heritage projects, the creature is sometimes presented alongside the Kelpie as part of local myth tours, though guides are quick to distinguish their saltwater hunting cousins as the one you really don't want to meet.
Which one?
So, the Each Uisce. So, like, a Kelpie is more... I want to do an episode on the Kelpie.
So the Kelpie is kind of like the nicer counterpart.
I think he's freshwater or saltwater. One of them's saltwater, one of them's freshwater. What's the difference between saltwater and freshwater again?
Are you fucking stupid?
Okay.
Are you fucking dumb? It's in the name.
Yeah, one is fresh, one is salt, but I'm saying the Each Uisce is in like inland.
Between salt water and fresh water. Salt, Mel. Salt is the difference.
Okay, the Each Uisce is like inland and lochs and stuff. And
right,
the
so
Kelpie is like ocean. Okay.
You're like miffed over that. What's the difference between saltwater and freshwater? Right, keep going.
The Each Uisce is not merely mischievous like some other shapeshifters in Celtic lore. It is, at its core, a predator. In stories from both Ireland and Scotland, it kills for food, not vengeance or sport. The creature is drawn to human flesh the way a shark is drawn to blood in the water, and its cunning disguise are simply the bait in its hunting strategy. Sorry, I got a text. Where a Kelpie might drown a rider and leave the body, the Each Uisce almost always consumes its victims. This is why it so often takes human form, not out of romance, but to lure prey close enough to strike. Beauty is simply the lure, hunger is the motive. In nearly every version of the legend, the Each Uisce devours its prey entirely, sparing only one part, the liver. Whether this is because of taste, taboo, or magical nature is never made explicit, but the floating liver has become the creature's grisly calling card. Like, I don't know, like a killer with a...
Like a cat burglar.
Like a what?
A cat burglar, you leave little...
Oh, like, yeah, you leave like the taps on, the wet bandits.
I would leave...
What would you do if you were a cat burglar?
Just pee in the corner.
Would they know?
They don't have a pet.
Well, okay, so you go after people with no pets.
Pee in their house and make them feel like they have one. An untrained one.
You would steal from them and then piss in their corner.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know what I would... I probably wouldn't be stealing.
Sorry. I wouldn't be stealing.
I
would call the guards. Call the guardie. The guards are to be called.
Some accounts say the horse's hide becomes adhesive upon contact with water, fusing rider to beast so escape is impossible. The victim is dragged deep into the loch or sea, drowned, and then eaten raw. Other versions describe the Each Uisce carrying the body to a hidden underwater lair, stripping flesh from bone before letting the scraps float back to the surface. Like Batman. Just but like not murder. Batman wouldn't murder them.
So not Batman at all.
No, but he has a cave.
Yeah, but
a hidden
have caves.
lair.
Trolls have caves. Trolls have caves. Bears have caves.
Okay.
Most animals have caves.
It does not limit its appetite to humans. Folklore from the Hebrides and Highlands records that Each Uisce seizing cattle grazing near the water's edge, pulling them under with the same terrifying efficiency. Farmers living near large bodies of water were said to keep livestock well inland during November, the month when the creature was most active. Unlike malevolent fae that torment mortals out of cruelty, the Each Uisce's violence is always linked to hunger. It doesn't play with prey, waste time or linger over a kill.
Don't let it linger. That's my song.
Every lure, whether as a handsome youth, a gentle pony, or a strange bird, is calculated tactic to deliver a meal. The fact that it chooses attractive or seemingly harmless forms suggests a highly intelligent predator that understands its victim's desires and weaknesses. In short, the Each Uisce hunts the way a fisherman baits a hook. Choose the right lure, wait for the bite, and reel in the catch. To defeat an Each Uisce, a creature from Scottish folklore, you need to stab it with
a knife.
Yeah, no, I feel like I shouldn't have added in a creature, because we already know that. I've just been talking about it for however long. Alright, what do you think? How do you think you can defeat an Eich Uisce?
Iron.
Okay, well, you know that from previous.
Exactly.
How else? How would you defeat it?
Dry him out.
Okay, hairdryer?
Yeah. No, fan.
Fan.
Mini fan.
Oh, a mini one. Okay.
Just a handheld fan, just like a little one. Just stand in front of him.
I see. I think if you're gonna try and defeat it, you maybe get it like a blowtorch.
You may be fire, but it's wet. I just dropped my phone.
Oh, so then it turns on fire and then it becomes worse.
No, because you can't set something that's wet on fire, you spanner. You need another combustible. Pick up a fucking book while I pick up my phone.
What would happen if I put a bat bomb in it? It's not like water. It's just
give
a
it
horse.
aura
But, okay.
Just give aura points. Flying around in sparkly water.
To defeat an Eich Uisce, to defeat an Eich Uisce, you need to stab it with iron hooks that have been heated in a fire.
I've never been heated.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought when I took it down.
How the fuck are you molding it?
I know, and I was really confused. To defeat an Eich Uisce, you need to stab it with iron hooks that have been heated in a fire. Unlike other methods like silver bullets, which might injure but not kill, iron is the key to destroying this creature. Another tactic, though not a permanent defeat, is to escape its grasp by placing your feet on either side of a narrow gateway as it runs through it, wrenching yourself off its back. The Eich Uisce...
That's crazy.
Yeah, well...
So just get stuck and then like hit something so you slide off?
Yes.
So a branch.
I've also heard... No, I think this is the Kelpie. So... But like you can just like cut your arm off. Like if you're... But like that... Yeah, with the Eich Uisce, I suppose like your whole body is like stuck. But I've heard with the Kelpie, yeah, there's like loads of stories where he's like... Gotta lose some fingers. Gotta lose an arm.
Gotta let it linger.
Yeah. I do want to do the Kelpie. The Eich Uisce is vulnerable to iron, especially when it's heated. Stabbing it with iron hooks heated in a fire is the only known way to kill it.
Okay.
Silver can cause significant injury, but it's not enough to kill it. Yeah, so just don't touch. That's you just simply don't touch it and you will be fine, because the creature's skin is like super glue, making it difficult to detach from its grasp. So just avoid contact. Just don't go near the Eich Uisce. That's how you defeat an Eich Uisce. You can ride it when it's away from water. I don't know why you would ever do that. From a folklorist perspective, the Eich Uisce is almost certainly a creature of legend rather than a surviving species. There's no evidence, no carcasses, no bones or biological traces, and the descriptions vary widely between tales. Sometimes a sleek horse, sometimes a giant bird, sometimes an impossibly handsome man. Such inconsistency is a hallmark of myth rather than zoology. That said, belief in the Eich Uisce persisted well into the 19th century in parts of the Scottish Highlands and Western Isles. Many coastal and lochside communities treat the stories not as a metaphor but as practical warnings, especially for children. A sudden slip into a deep loch, a rogue wave from a sea loch, or the loss of cattle to hidden tidal channels could all be explained by a lurking water horse. In this sense, the Eich Uisce was real in the way all cautionary folklore is, to keep people alive. Some folklorists have proposed natural explanations for supposed sightings. Seal or sea lion misidentification, especially in rough water. That's more so for when they see like under the water.
Yeah.
The shape of a horse and they think. Escaped horses or ponies wandering near the shoreline, disappearing into the surf. That's really tragic, actually.
Yeah.
Submerged logs or debris moving in the current, mistaken for something alive. Others argue the myth is a cultural echo of ancient water deities or animistic beliefs, stripped of their divine roles and recast as monsters in a Christianized storytelling world. Ultimately, the Each Uisce today, in the realm of story, not science, a shadow cast by dangerous waters and human imagination. But like all enduring legends, it feeds on more than flesh. It feeds on fear, memory, and the shimmer of possibility that something is still waiting in the depths. On the surface, the Each Uisce might seem like just another frightening folklore, a relic of a time when people explained the unknown through story. But discussing it remains important for lots of reasons. The Each Uisce is a vivid example of Celtic myth-making, which preserves the Gaelic language, imagery and worldview. Retelling its stories helps keep the Scots, Gaelic and Irish oral tradition alive, linking modern audiences to the voices of past generations. The legend reveals how deeply communities were shaped by their surroundings. In the Scottish Highlands and Islands, water was both life-giving and treacherous. The Eich Uisce is in many ways a personification of the lochs and sea lochs themselves, beautiful, inviting and potentially fatal. While belief in the literal creature has faded, the Eich Uisce still appears in art, literature and tourism. Discussing it keeps the myth dynamic, allowing it to evolve rather than vanish. The Eich Uisce is not just about fear of death, but about the dangers of temptation. The beautiful strange by the water, the docile pony in the field. It warns that danger often wears a pleasing face, a lesson that transcends time and place. In short, the Eich Uisce matters because it is more than a monster. It is a cultural artifact, a safety lesson, an environmental reflection, and a mirror for human psychology. By discussing it, we keep alive not just the legend, but the layers of meaning it has carried for centuries.
I like it.
I'd probably still pet the horse. I'm talking a lot of game, but if I saw a horse and it looked really cool.
Yeah, no.
No, I actually probably would. I am kind of scared of horses.
We used to have a horse. There was a horse that used to live a person on our road used to have one, and I'd be in the garden across the road, and I remember them saying never, because I was a kid at the time, never stand behind the horse, you get scared.
Yeah.
So I literally took that to heart. So even if I was crossing the road,
just
I'd shuffle past the wall.
You don't want the horse to find out. I mean,
just single file shuffle past sideways.
Just duck below the wall and then roll past the gate.
Nowhere near the horse. The horse is on the other side of the road, and I'm on the opposite side, just against the wall, skirting so that
looking over now and keeping an eye on you. I was almost trampled by a horse that one time.
Yeah, I locked you out
as a kid.
Yeah.
And then it was great though, because the second it was terrifying, but then the van door was open. I was like, they're never locking me out with the van again.
That was gas.
That'll show them.
Then the fucking horse came running.
They wouldn't let me. Everyone was in the van. They wouldn't let me in the van, and then a horse came and almost trampled me to death. And then they immediately opened the door. They rushed me in. They were like, "Get the fuck in!" And they're like,
and I was like,
I was like, yes.
She slips the horse a tenner. It's like, there's a car for your troubles.
Here's a car for you. Here's a sugar cube.
Here's a peppermint.
Yeah, but then I was really scared of horses for a while. And then I got to ride a horse when I was in the summer project as a kid.
I think
I've ridden the horse. I was really scared when it happened, when I was riding the horse. I kept freaking out and was like, is this gonna run away?
Yeah. That's what horses will do. Is this gonna move?
Is he gonna freak out? It was like the slowest horse ever, just slowly walking around.
Slowest horse for the slowest person. That's crazy. You and the horse just look confused. Just
I can't even be upset.
Just puzzled.
Just both of us eyebrow up.
Yeah, I don't know. I think this is more. I would buy this more being like a.
Yeah, no, it is just.
Don't go near strange horses and don't go near. I like it though. It'd be nice.
It's nice that it's
It's kind of it's one of them ones that it's definitely a cautionary tale. Don't go near the waterfront. Don't go near this. Don't talk to strange men. They'll diddle you.
Yeah.
Fories just took it and ran with it.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I didn't see any of that when I was researching.
First thing that popped up strangely, I googled Each Uisce Fory and it just came up something.
Why would you?
No, I didn't. Look, it's the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th picture down.
Oh yeah. I don't know.
So yeah, that's what we have today. I like it. I like the kind of the little niche ones that aren't such like everyone would probably know the Kelpie more than that. But
yeah, that's why, because I was researching the Kelpie. I do want to do an episode on the Kelpie. And the Each Uisce. What?
You haven't said that.
The Each Uisce is like the Kelpie, but it actually is a problem.
You're a problem.
The Kelpie sometimes, the Kelpie a lot of the time is a problem, but like you can't escape it, I think, easier. The Each Uisce is just like demon time. Eats everyone, but eats everything but your liver.
Yeah.
You know. Trapped.
Fucking hell, Mel, you're bored the fuck out of me. No, I'm joking. I thought of yawning.
Okay. And
I yawned. That's how you know I'm not a sociopath. Yeah, that's what you have for us today, Mel? Yeah. Remember to leave us a rating on all the podcast platforms. We're on nearly everything. If we're not on something, let us know, and we will get on it. Just like Mel is on
MySpace. Let's go on MySpace.
Bebo. Leave a rating, leave a review.
We're not on Grindr. Grind.
Yeah.
Stolen Brain Podcast Grindr account.
We're not on Grindr, definitely. You just heard the Grindr notification. What I was gonna say, sorry, I'm losing my train of thought. Mel's confusion is rubbing off. Leave a review, follow us on all social media pages. We're on most of them. I think we're on Facebook now, which kind of, I was setting it up the other day. I want to be honest, I don't like Facebook. I hate Facebook. It makes me angry even using that, and I don't know what it is. It just has that effect on me. So setting up the page the other day, your man was like, what's wrong with you? And I was like,
Facebook.
I'm doing this shy. But yeah, anyway, I love the people there. Just don't like using that.
We're gonna make
Zuckerberg's
minion memes.
A bitch. Yeah, minion memes, and we're gonna do like AI art of like little kids.
We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna.
Yeah,
do
we
that.
are, Mel. That's all Facebook is now. That's all it is. It's just, I don't know. But yeah, share, follow, like, subscribe, do all that good shit. We'll catch you in the next.